you better have an operator's agreement, because the worst thing you can do is not have one and just have a handshake deal, and all of a sudden stuff goes awry and you're gonna be up a creek without a paddle.
I mean what I say what I mean.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is Franchise Friday, and today I want to share some news with you real quick. We are going to start doing Franchise Fridays every couple of weeks as opposed to every Friday, and we're going to start integrating more videos throughout the week about the senior care industry, the franchise industry, interviews with our franchise owners so that you can get a good feel of business ownership and more. So Franchise Friday is not going anywhere, but it is going to start coming every couple of weeks. But today I want to talk about 10 legal tips on starting a business. First off, you need to file an originating documents. That means you have to file an LLC or you have to create an EIN. Alright, that creates your documents. Select a viable business name. Number 2, you can go to the Secretary of State's website, type in a name and see if it pops up. 3, obtain all necessary licenses and permits. If you're building a house, you need a permit. If you're doing home care, you need a license to do home care in some states. If you're opening assisted living, you're going to need a license. So look at the regulation behind the business that you're doing and figure that out so that you can start going after that. Some of that takes a long time. Adopt governing documents. If you have a partnership, you're going to need an operator's agreement. And in that operator's agreement, you're going to list out multiple things. If your partner should pass away, what happens? Who's responsible for what? You can write job descriptions in there. This is where you're going to put the percentage ownership, cash contributions. Are you going to require life insurance? Are you going to have key man insurance, which is another supplemental life insurance in case something happens? There's a lot of things in that document. Talk to a lawyer. If you have a partnership, you better have an operator's agreement, because the worst thing you can do is not have one and just have a handshake deal, and all of a sudden stuff goes awry and you're going to be up a creek without a paddle. Next, implement written contracts and agreements. Any contract that you're going to have or service agreement you're going to have with consumers, make sure you have that done before you start selling. Number 6, market properly. Don't go out and try to do a shotgun market and try to deceive people into coming. Go out there, be methodical, but blast it. Don't overthink it, because that'll take time, and time is money when you start a business. And just have a marketing plan. Stick to your plan. 7, protect your intellectual property. If you have a product, you better start getting a patent on it. If you have a trademark that you like, you better start applying for a trademark. Comply with employment obligations. When I started a business, I didn't know I had to apply for a unemployment ID. I just thought it came with payroll. So I had one day, I was sitting in my office and some guy came in and said, "Hey, you're not paying unemployment." And I just had to sign up then and there, and nothing happened. But make sure you know the legalities of the Department of Labor and what you're responsible for. Number 9, get your financial matters in order. All right, you need an EIN, right? That's number 1. To open a bank account, open that bank account. Infuse that money into the bank account. In your business plan, look back at what you think you need, capital-wise, to start the business. All right, if it's $30,000 and you're only putting in 10, remember to put in that other 20 as you gain. And then lastly, adopt a record-keeping program, we use QuickBooks. There's many out there, but definitely need that bookkeeping program. All right. So if there's one piece of advice on bookkeeping, do it well. Or if you don't do it, outsource it and have someone else manage it for you. There's a lot of vendors out there, a lot of companies out there who do bookkeeping services monthly. If you don't do your books and at the end of the year they're an absolute disaster, it's going to cost you more in cleaning those up usually, and you could pay more in taxes because you didn't do it accurately. So those are my top 10 legal tips on starting a business. Make it a powerful weekend. We'll see you in a few weeks.